so this is one of my favorite stories so far today. Newsflash, King Charles has lost his damn mind. Apparently, the great reconciler is feeling badly for his younger, pervier brother, who may or may not have raped and trafficked multiple women, unabated and unashamedly for decades, with his bestie, Jeffrey Epstein. So, according to multiple press outlets, King Charles is ready to see his brother again after icing him out for over a year, basically kind of putting him in the naughty corner. I mean, in my opinion, not for doing all of his dastardly misdeeds, but for having the idiocy to be caught. But this is the funny part because Andrew Mountbatten Windsor apparently has said no. I can't with these people. According to The Sun, Andrew Mountbatten Windsor has rejected the king's offer of a holiday at Balmoral with the rest of the royals because Andrew feels he would be treated as an outcast if he made the trip to the Highlands estate, a friend says, which, by the way, I think is hilarious. He still has friends, but we'll move on. The invite to join the holiday was a chance for family reconciliation. It is believed the king has not seen scandal hit Andrew this year, despite regularly staying only a mile away from him. Again, naughty corner. A friend says, this is hilarious, Andrew feels abandoned. He feels like he is no longer part of the family. He was invited, but has got no great desire to be at Balmoral as he has nothing to gain and would be treated as an outcast. I mean, God forbid, right? Rape and traffic women, what are you? Come join the table. Anyway, the friend goes on. What's the point, Andrew feels, of going all the way there for a much-needed holiday and being treated as the elephant in the room? Okay, wait a minute. Much-needed holiday? Hold up. Pretty sure Andrew is on like a really plush house arrest, which isn't that just called a holiday for the rest of us or a staycation? Amazing. So up to 30 family members are set to join the king there at Balmoral over the next month for a traditional gathering. Who knows what that means? Probably just a lot of kilts, no underwear, lots of booze, and possibly a gun popping off somewhere. But I just have one question because what the Sam hell is even going on? Fighting Andrew? I mean, are Harry and Meghan coming too? Why not invite the guy who hates you the most, Earl Spencer, as well? Well, although, speaking of the Earl, so this drives me nuts because it does seem in this day and age, everybody wants to make money off Princess Diana. And now we know why. Charles Spencer didn't want Harry and Meghan to peruse Diana's archive, not because of any other reason, because he's using it. Hell, everybody is making money off Diana every day, every year. The Earl has announced he plans a historic book to take on untruths about her marriage to Charles and the aftermath of the Paris crash. BT Dubs, not sure what else he could say because he talks every year, all year. He's written books. He said there are still more untruths. According to the Daily Mail, Earl Spencer has written a sensational memoir about his sister, Princess Diana, and the tumultuous aftermath of her tragic death. The book, described as historic and extraordinarily moving, is expected to cover Diana's childhood, her deeply unhappy 15-year marriage to the then Prince of Wales, and the febrile days following her shocking death in a car crash in Paris in August 1997. Announcing the news, Earl Spencer said, oh, wait, let's get this book up, shall we? Swan song. With the 30th anniversary of Diana's tragic death on the skyline, I've been inundated yet again with requests for interviews about my sister. This has convinced me to write down my own thoughts and memories once and for all, rather than having the discomfort of again reading the opinions of others, many of which are based on untruths that have become accepted over time. Swan Song will be published around the world and translated to 12 languages. and it promises to provide an unprecedented inside account of a seismic week during which the House of Windsor was rocked by a global wave of public grief and anger. The squeaking is Doug, by the way, also putting out his public grief and anger. Ooh, that kid. Earl Spencer added, the aim of this book is to tell the truth about Diana from her brother's perspective, just as I attempted to do when speaking at her funeral. As with my eulogy, I want to speak on Diana's behalf and do so in an openly positive way. I hope this book will be of interest to those who still cherish the memory of Diana when she was alive, and I would be delighted to those too young to remember her in her heyday feel after reading this that they get who she really was, a one-off, dynamic character full of love, charisma, and self-doubt. Okay, it sounds good, right? But what I want to know is if he will talk about how, in all of his memories, how he abandoned Diana when she was alive. So a lot of people seem to forget that when Diana was going through her separation from Prince Charles, reached out, asked her brother for a house on the Althorpe estate as a private retreat where she could escape with William and Harry on family land where she'd feel safe, away from the palace, away from the palace guard who she was told by the BBC was spying on her. And Earl Spencer initially agreed, then withdrew the offer, citing privacy and security concerns. I mean, okay, all right, sure. I mean, remember, this was also during one of the most horrific periods of Diana's life. Accounts from people close to Diana, including her butler, Paul Burrell, who later published one of her letters about it, suggest she was devastated and furious by her brother turning her away. And in her correspondence, she made clear she felt let down, and the two barely communicated for years after. Now, they did repair things before the end, which is fine, but damn, Spencer, can't you just let your sister rest in peace? I mean, it's not like he's remained close with her sons. William never speaks to him. Harry wasn't even invited to his umpteenth wedding, Earl Spencer's umpteenth wedding, because you know he's an optimist when it comes to love and marriage. And he didn't want to give out Diana artifacts to the proposed doc Harry and Meghan wanted to do, rightfully so. But I do want to know what's going to appear in this book. Because all of them, they are shameless. Enough already. All right, so now on to better news. Not so shameless, but just kind of sweet. Princess Eugenie names her daughter after Queen Elizabeth, and she did it the right way. Didn't steal Elizabeth's name. No, Princess Eugenie revealed the name of her new baby daughter and explained it pays tribute to the late Queen. The King's niece and her husband, Jack Brooksbanks, I don't know why I find that such a tongue twister, but we shall move on. They already have 2 sons, announced they had welcomed a baby girl earlier this month, blah, blah, blah. And then, of course, she's been given the name Adelaide Elizabeth Anina Brooksbank. So sorry, Fergie, not in that one. But, you know, Eugenie's got to keep the royal connections alive. And I love how basically the palace, I still love this, is my favorite shade beyond Martha Stewart, announced the birth 4 days after it happened on Meghan's birthday. And it is so shady. I am just here for all of it. You know, I love some shade. Maybe I should get an umbrella just to carry around with me personally. All right, so now comes the time for the turd bird. All right, now, I don't know if you know this, but Doug does get spurts of energy. Most of the time he's like snoring or something. You can usually hear him in the background or squeaking a toy, flipping out. However, I do this little thing. I got this little ball, and it's got a little hole in it, and you stuff it with treats, and he has to roll it around till the treats fall out. It's a good 20 minutes of this. So I just wanted to show you a little bit of our daily routine, twice daily. That's why he's so chubby. It's my boy. He does this all over the house, and then the little The little things drop out. I mean, it's good. It gives him some exercise. He starts waddling more, right? Like, granted, it's not running, it's waddling, but you know, it's cool. It's cool. We love him. He's my dad. What a goose. All right, you guys. I just want to say thank you, thank you, thank you. Like, subscribe. And listen, I think I'm going to switch this from a live to just posting them every day at 5:30 because that way I can be in the comments with you guys. And I can read them and I can hang out with you. All right. Thank you, thank you, thank you. I really appreciate you guys. I appreciate this community. I think you all rock. Mwah, mwah, mwah. Bye, guys. Boop.